Hi, my name is Kat. Today we're going to talk a little bit about releasing our shoulders. So we all carry a lot of tension up here in this area, either from walking around all day, sitting at our desks, being on our phones. So we have this tendency to shrug our shoulders in. So I've got a 5-minute exercise for you that's going to help you release your shoulders, find some motion, and release some tension in this area. So the exercise that we're going to do today is something called shoulder sponging. So I've got my handy little sponge here, and this is part of a Franklin method technique to release your shoulders. The Franklin method is a way of studying the body as it moves dynamically, using visual imagery to help assist the body in facilitating really nice and easy movement. It was founded by Eric Franklin, and I spent the past year with him in New York learning some of these techniques. So I'm excited to bring them to you today. So you're not going to actually need a sponge to do this exercise, but we're going to use it to kind of visualize what's going on in the shoulder as we're releasing it. You're going to start the exercise by taking your opposite hand to your shoulder. You're going to take your thumb and place it right in the low corner of your neck here, and then have your fingertips kind of squeezing the back, so you can really get right in here and squeeze this muscle running along the side of the neck. And what we're going to do is simply squeeze and release, and squeeze and release. And as we're doing this movement, we're visualizing that there's a sponge right here in our shoulder. We're squeezing the sponge, and as we exhale, we're releasing the sponge. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. And as we squeeze the sponge, we're squeezing out all of the nasty bad liquid, and then we're releasing and letting everything fill back up in the shoulder. So we're squeezing the bad stuff out, releasing all the good stuff back in. Again, squeezing it, releasing it back in. And you can kind of continue this. We can continue squeezing the actual shoulder like we would our sponge. Maybe starting to take some movements here with the shoulder. So we can start bringing shoulder up next to the ear. You're squeezing at the very top of your shoulder roll, and then you're releasing as you lower the shoulder down. You can take that a few times. Again, I'm just squeezing and releasing. Shoulder up, squeeze. Shoulder down, release. Let's do a few more with taking the arm forward and back. So we're going to take the arm forward at the very height of this. We're going to squeeze, we're going to take it back and release. And do that again. We're going to squeeze as the arm comes forward and release as the arm goes back. So we're squeezing all the bad stuff out, and then we're visualizing good stuff coming back in. Squeezing the bad stuff out, letting the good stuff come back in. Do that a couple more times, just taking the arm back and forth, front and back. Maybe a few more shoulder rolls here. Just finding again some movement as we visualize. I really want you to visualize that muscle right there, just like the sponge. So the muscle is the sponge. We're squeezing the bad stuff out and letting the blood come back in. So that good liquid, that good fluid, that's really good, nice, nutritious blood flow coming back into the shoulder. And then as soon as we're done, we're just going to wipe the arm off, maybe shake it out a little bit, and then come up to standing. And part of the Franklin method, which I love, is noticing. So we take a moment here and we notice, how do my shoulders feel? How does my shoulder feel comparison to my other shoulder? Is one perhaps a little bit more relaxed than the other? You might even notice here that it looks like my left shoulder might even be a little bit lower than my right shoulder. You can also do what I like to call consumer comparison report. Reach one arm up, one you just worked on, take it down, reach the other arm up, and notice range of motion, tension, and other things like that. So that was just one shoulder. We can do the exact same exercise on the other side, once again visualizing that sponge as we make our shoulder rolls, as we take the arm back and forth. It doesn't have to be in any specific pattern. The goal here is combining this movement and the squeezing with the visual imagery of the sponge. And I promise you, if you just do this for a couple minutes on each side, your shoulders are gonna feel absolutely fantastic. Thank you for letting me share this with you guys today. I've got all sorts of good Franklin Method stuff on my website, fitgirlwellness.com. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm at fitgirlskitchen. I've got a health and wellness blog as well, and I'll be posting more videos like this as we continue to explore more movement of our body. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.